And you hear this often and it sounds like motivational, so oh, you're cool. But like I said earlier, I mean, the number of people who have the balls and the guts and the ideas to start a company, to leave any kind of job, or even because they don't know better, you know, that's a very, very, very small group of the humanity. And so everybody who's doing this is actually contributing to the society more than probably most others. And so if I say this, because in retrospect, after the last, I don't know how many years, I even don't want to count them, you know, those numbers of people who I met, who are also like me back then, startups, and become investors or not, just retired, whatever it is a rare species. And so all the 5 who came up here, you're actually great. And all the 5 had cool products. And we selected 5 out of, I think we had probably 20 applicants for pitching here. So not everybody, and maybe some or the other was not, even was here, but was not allowed to speak. We wanted to make sure that this is quality and not come up with some, you know, stuff. So anyway, but the market is brutal and the market is competition, you know, every day, every moment across the world. And so obviously also here we have a competition. So the numbers have changed a little bit in the last couple of seconds, but still, I think the numbers, you can see that actually, the numbers are pretty clear. And like I said earlier, the interesting thing about all these events is that the audience typically votes differently than investors. Now, that is really an interesting phenomenon that you need to understand as an entrepreneur too. Because the audience has a different interest. They don't want to make long-term money from what you're doing, and investors want to do that. Not because they're greedy, but they put part of their money that they made and pay tax for everything on the side to put this at high-risk startups. And every startup is a high risk. So obviously, some of the money will fail. If everything they put into, let's say, 20, 30, 50 startups, and you know, that's the rare case. Most of them put in 1 or 2. We heard that George is engaged in 4 or so, 5. So at least 1 out of a number need to bring some return on investment. Otherwise, you know, it wouldn't make sense to invest in the first place. So there is a high competition, and we have a result which is different between investors and, as you can see here, the audience. And so that's something as a startup you need to always keep in mind. So again, we had 5 presenters. If they're all coming on stage real quick, that would be nice. Do one more time the show. And I try to make the normal game. We start from number 5. And that was actually, where's Mercury Interactive? Okay. Mercury, sorry. You know. So you're number 5, but still, great job. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, cool. So number 4 is Vote Over It. Tony, listen. Thank you very much. And number 3 is Jobs End. And number 2, oh, I need the light a little bit. Actually, I need the, okay. Number 2 is Mapis, oh, sorry. Number 2 is Mobile. Awesome job. Thank you. And here's one of the things I just want to mention. They were actually number 1 on the investor side. And other than me, I think, you know, nobody's really going very deep into what you did. But the one thing which was very attractive is your traction. I remember when you were here in spring this year, and I think you had about 20 people who were actually using your app, and now it's 20,000, and we have October. I mean, that is traction. That's impressive. So you did an awesome job. Thank you. So here comes the absolute number one, Mapestry. All right, great job. Thank you very much. So we will have a little trophy for you, but we need to engrave your name, so we will send it to you. We have one prototype. It sits high and dry in our office, so apologize for not bringing it, but we'll send it over to you as soon as it's ready. So, with that, I think that's more or less the official part of it. I want to thank all of you who presented, all of you who contributed, even though it was a little bit, messy because it was one week shifted and we came late and we had a lot of traffic and so on. But I hope you had a great evening. We do this once a month. So October 15, we have a little bit more time to present and to prepare. We will come back here, and if the floor is like that, I think we're not coming back here. So we will probably have a word with the organization, but yeah, with that I will give it back to you. Thank you.
Yeah, also from my side, thank you so much. Thanks to the jury, thanks for you. And if you have made any images, pictures, please upload them to the to the meetup. And we also have our Go to Startup group on Facebook. I will share the link in the meetup group. So it would be great if you also join this Facebook group and share your startups, your thoughts and inputs also for all of us. Thanks a lot. Have a great evening. Thanks.